Hi everyone, and welcome to our craft project, 100-day project. I'm not feeling good today, but never mind. We're still going to forge ahead. And so I think what I'm going to do on this page is do just some collaging with text. And Richard, can you explain what you're doing?
I watched this program on CBC, and it was about Cross Lake, and it was on W5.
W5, for those Americans out there, is much like 2020, I guess. It's a news, one of those news information hourly programs.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's very good.
It's almost like a documentary about certain aspects of what's going on in Canada. And this here, what's going on in Canada, is Cross Lake, and it's titled "This Is Where I Live," and 4 young people committed suicide, and in this community, and they're having a lot of problem. It's a reserve, and it was pretty sad to see what's going on in 2017. And so for my page, for my piece of artwork, I decided to do some artwork about Cross Lake.
So that's what Richard's working on. So we're just gonna carry on. I'm sorry if my energy sounds really low, but I'm kind of disappointed that my pain remission didn't last as long as I wanted it to, but oh well. So I had to take some pain medication, and when I take pain medication, this is what I sound like. So yeah. So I just thought, I think I'll just do, it was actually kind of, I wasn't even going to do anything. I was out for lunch with a friend today, Tammy, and we had a really nice lunch, and then of course here comes the pain rearing its silly head. And then I came home, and then Richard texted me, I'm in the art cabin. I'm like, oh, okay. So I came out here, and the fire was going, and it was so relaxing, and I just thought, you know what? I think I will sit out here and do something. I'll do something today. Not sure how great it'll be, but this is where I'm at today. So I'm just going to take some gel media and collage this text onto this paper. So I thought I'd just hold this up closer to the camera so you can see. I just literally collaged a whole bunch of text all over the page. I have an idea what I'm going to do with it. So I will carry on, let this dry. Richard, can I hold your page up for a sec? See what you're doing? This camera angle is so funny, so we have to hold it closer to the camera. So, whoa, you can see how Richard is sketching. Is that same pen?
No.
Oh, a different one. Oh, okay. But is that a Sharpie?
No. Yeah, this one dries like ink.
Yeah, so he's done it in pencil, and he's drawn a First Nations young lady. I guess it's going to be the lake down here, and Cross Lake, yeah.
And then a whole bunch of sayings.
It was a very touching show. It was like very, very sad, you know.
I couldn't leave it. Just leave it. Couldn't.
Well, it's nice to do a tribute page to it. So I'm just going to turn on my heat gun and dry this page to speed up the heating process. I must say, I love my gel medium in this bottle. It's so clean and tidy. You just turn it over, blob a little bit, and there's no big mess. And yeah, it's really really cool. So I kind of think the bottles that Deb has are even better. The Spout bottle. But this is really good too, and it's always closed when you close it, see? And it doesn't dry out like the jars do, so that's a great idea. Might do this with my Mod Podge and my, what else? That would probably be the only two things. So my collage is all dried. I used my heat gun to dry the page over here. And I trimmed around the page. And then next, I saw this technique a long time ago, and I'm not even sure if I'm doing it right, but I'll experiment. So I've got a feather here drawn on some more text, and I am going to color my feather, and then I'm going to color the background, and it's going to look like this was all collaged as one image, that I drew it on here and everything was all one thing, if that makes sense. Because I'll tear the edges. Like I can even do that right now. I will tear the edges around the feather. So it will all blend in with the collage. And then that way it will look like the drawing was all done together. So I just wanted to share with you how far we are right now. Now for me, I did have that drawn image of a feather, and then I tore the rough edges all around, and then I placed it back on my collage page. So it almost looks like I drew the feather on the collage page, which you guys know I did not. And so then I just went around it with that charcoal pencil and smudged it, and went around the edges with a charcoal pencil and smudged it. And then I have a couple of pieces of text I want to add here. And I have this gold, it's in this old tin here. It is called, there's this one. It's almost like that wax, but it's not. And this is liquid gold leaf. So I want to add a little bit of this to the feather, to my feather. So yeah, and then I'll show you the text that I found, much the same way as I'm doing the feather, how I cut it out. Now I hope I have both pieces here. I'll find them and I will be back, because I don't know where I put it. Oh, and well, when I come back, I'll show you where Richard's. Sometimes when you're doing collages, certain words will pop out at you, just random. And so this was in a little poem there, and it was the word brave, and then the word be. So what I'm going to do is glue them on like that, and then focus on those by drawing a rectangle around them with ink, and put them on the collage. And again, it's going to look like they were already on that page. You've probably seen that kind of art before. I see it a lot on Instagram. So that's what I'm going to work on. And Richard, can you show us where you're at right now? Oh. So he wanted to keep his page kind of somber-ish. And so he's got this really pretty lakey blue. I love how the water ran. Is that what that pen did? That is so, this is a different pen. Wow. Where's the gray from? Or is that just the ink?
That's from this ink, this pen.
Really? So you just let it bleed. Mm-hmm. That looks really nice. I love it, because he's trying to kind of keep the somber look of the whole meaning of that whole show, you know? That is really neat. Cool. So what are you doing now? Oh, you have to write the words in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of words that you wanted to.
Yes.
Richard was taking notes while he was watching the show last night. I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, well, I want to do this tomorrow in my art thing. So Richard, how are you enjoying this art project so far? What do you think?
It's good. I really enjoy it.
Just getting your mojo going, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, and then what I wrote down, you want to hear some of the things?
Sure.
Like Cross Lake, and then of course when listening to this, it says babies are a powerful force for some. So when they have their children, mm-hmm. sometimes having their kids keeps the people together. It makes them not depressed, mm-hmm. and so they end up having something to
look forward
to, or something to look after instead of going to the depression. Because a lot of them have committed suicide there in this place. So some of the words I put in here are alcoholism, using sports to leave Cross Lake, sadness. This is all the time for these people. Sometimes they get really sad.
I'm sure.
You know, and
well, it's so hopeless in some of those places, and destitute, you know.
And then sexual abuse for some of them, you know, because the families will get alcohol, get drunk, and friends mess around with their kids, and it's just so much horrible things up there.
It is.
So.
It's very. Richard had to go because he has a meeting tonight, but he'll be back and finish his later. But in the meanwhile, he went in the house and opened up this gold leaf for me. And while he did that, I just took my charcoal pencil and put around the word "be brave" because I was in a lot of pain earlier. I'm feeling a little bit better now. But see that? So that's all that page needs to say to me. Be brave. So now I'm going to add a little bit of that gold leaf. Lord only knows. We stirred it up and mixed it up, and I don't even know. Maybe I should test it. Here's some text. I'll just test it out to see, because I don't even know how old it is. Oh, it's pretty. But I like to kind of just dry brush, not too much. There, put some on the feather. Oh, it's not bad. It smells, I love the smell of this. It smells like, almost like that, what's that ink stays on? That smell. That kind of a, you know, inky smell, I guess. This says it's gold leaf. You could use Gilder's paste wax, gold leaf, probably a gold acrylic paint. I know those Martha Stewart's metallic paints are fabulous for this kind of stuff. So I'm just kind of roughly painting my feather goldish, but not really, because I want the text to still show through, that it's still part of our text. There's a little bit in there, and that's it. Then I'm just going to put some around the page. And I'm going to call mine a day, and then Richard is going to come back and he's going to finish his off later. He wants to take his time, he said, because he wants to put those words around. Richard has the most beautiful printing. Oh, he really does. And he wants to, like, just his own freehand printing is really, really nice. Probably because, you know, artist. So here's my final page, and if you zoom in, you see, sorry, the camera, the shadow is on my camera or on the picture, but you can see be brave amongst all those millions of the words, and the feather just looks like it was there before, or like I drew it in the original collage, not separate from and glued on. But it's really a neat technique to try, especially if you're drawing a person and you're not confident that your drawing's going to turn out. Like, I didn't think this feather would work out for me, and you're not confident that it's going to work out exactly right, so you do it off and you can try it 3 and 4 times and then glue it back on your collage, and it looks like you just drew it on your collage. Right here it kind of looks like I might have glued it on, but it's only because I know and you guys know, you know what I mean? So that is my message for today. Be brave. That's it. And there's my 3 out of 100 right there. And you know what? I think I'll put a box around that too. Just like the Be Brave. It's right here. There we go. 3 out of 100. And that's it for me. So Richard will come and finish his later. And as far as I go, it's over and out for me. And thanks so much for watching. And he will finish a little bit later on in describing his picture to you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Well, here is the finished product. I had to go out for a while, so now I'm back. And I had to come into the house to do it because... but anyways, here it is. And this is the finished piece. I'm not too sure if I like it or not, but it's okay. It's actually a sad piece. That's probably why I don't like it, in a sense of it's not a piece of artwork. It's more of a statement or a commemorative piece for the Cross Lake because of the problems they're having there, and I was touched by that. So it's some of the sayings is like, well, some of the things like alcoholism, sexual abuse, fighting. They want to leave because of the problems. Young kids are getting pregnant and just goes on, and suicide. So anyways, I won't give you any more of this negative, but this is the piece for today. So here, we'll talk to you again. See you tomorrow.